Pardon me. What's up, YouTube? Get a little spotlight in here. Much better. This is not your typical horny homemaker video. Gotta love the sound of the applause. This is a video simply telling the world I got Saturday Night Live excerpts playing. But this is, but what better excerpts to play to let the world know what I can bring to Hollywood that nobody else is even thinking about bringing to Hollywood or New York, because they're both my favorite places. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood, the seriousness of Wall Street, how New York is all business and cold and gets so warm and cozy in the wintertime, even though you'll freeze your goddamn nuts off. And the glitz and glamour of Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard, and, well, I will tell you more as soon as I pause. Woo! Now, like I was saying, New York may be cold and all strictly Wall Street business, people in their glasses and the suits and walking around with the briefcases, and people in Los Angeles a little bit more relaxed and glamour and glitz. What can I bring to those two places? What can I bring that hasn't been brought in decades? I'll tell you. Slapstick humor. I'm talking falling in fountains, getting a pie to the face, getting a little, slap to the face and all that. That's what I can bring. I can bring sarcasm that they have in the New Days in the style of Beatrice Arthur, of course, my goddess. May she rest in peace. Toy toy. I can sing, I can dance, I can dish out one-liners quicker than anybody in Hollywood right now. Honestly. But I can also bring the action and the drama and the effects, like Meryl Streep. But above all, I can make it wholesome again. I can make it what people would gather around to watch as a family. See, everybody today in all these movies and all these shows that you watch, there's only a few things that are brought to it. Drugs, sex, and violence. And, politics. Four topics. And everything is just all that. When I want to make it all that jazz. So, if you want to make Hollywood and New York City great again, get my ass into the movies. You will not be disappointed. I am Chase Bristow, the horny homemaker, and I'm looking to get out of this apartment and into the penthouses of New York, in Times Square, and into the luxurious mansions of Hollywood Hills. But mainly, I'm looking to get into all y'all's living rooms and make your TV shows and your movies worth watching again with all that wholesomeness that you got from the Three Stooges and the 1920s and all the sarcasm and edginess that you get in the 1990s, my generation. And I don't care about the woke generation because, honey, they still asleep. If I'm going to deliver a joke, it's going to be crude. It's going to be a pun. It's going to be humorous. It's not going to be sitting there honoring the three genders that they have, male, female, and confused. So, make me a star, somebody. Put me in your show, put me in your movie, sign me up a contract. I'm ready to sign. Where's my pen and paper? I will sign your contracts. But the only thing I request in my contracts is I want to be starring alongside my goddess. The only celebrity that I care to say hello to at this time, now that Betty White has now rested in peace. And her name, Meryl Streep. I again reflected that name. And the other thing that I want to contract in, I want to be in a musical where Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler have no singing roles, and I want to be able to sing a solo right in front of them because there are some talentless people, I guarantee you. I have more talent in my dick than both of them combined. And at least my dick can perform a standing ovation. Oh, by the way, I have a little bit of Phyllis Diller sense of humor, too. So, what you got with me is the bluntness of Wanda Sykes, the classy stand-up of Phyllis Diller, the acting styles and the grace of Meryl Streep, and the crudeness of Rodney Dangerfield. I got no respect. And, the good old-fashioned slapstick comedy of none other than the kings of comedy themselves, the Three Stooges. There were six. But don't count Joe Besser. Anyway, this is my campaign to make Hollywood great again. And to make New York City great again. Why? Because I want to spend time in both places. Because, as Roy Bolger once pointed out, of course, people do go both ways. And I can do it because I do have a brain. I could while away the hours, confirming with the powers, consulting with the rain. In my head, I'd be stretching while my thoughts were busy hatching, 'cause I only have a brain. No, I can do better than that when I sing. I'm just coming out of a food coma, for God's sakes. I'm wired on chocolate chip cookies. But I'm being brutally honest. It has always been a dream of mine to get into show business. And most of my money is going to go to charity. What do I need money for? What's the good that going to do me? I guarantee you, I get into show business, I will open up shelters. I will open up counseling centers. I'm not doing this for me anymore. I'm doing this to make the world more wholesome. I'm doing this to make it a better place. So I can open up shelters and grief centers and call centers that you don't even have to be suicidal to call. You can just be friendless. If you're in a spot where nobody's going to pick up the phone and you just need a friend, you have some amazing news, you just got a promotion, you just got hired at this job, and there's nobody to tell, call this center that I'm going to open up. You don't have any friends, but you're not homeless, you're not indigent. Go to this center. You'll make some friends. Or, if you happen to be gay and you're afraid of going to stay with a bunch of straight guys, there's going to be homeless shelters for you. Your family threw you out and nobody believes that they're corrupt people, there's going to be a shelter open for you. I'm going to make it that there will be wait outlets for people from all walks of life. Even amongst the lowest of the low, you'll be welcome in one of my shelter centers. But the first thing we got to do is get me into Hollywood so I can make a Hollywood salary, and then I'll open up these places. I'm not going to use it on myself. Yes, I'll buy me a little shack out in Los Angeles or a little teeny apartment out in New York. And in time, I'll work my way up to a penthouse. But in the meantime, I'm going to open up these places. And I'm going to open up, for old time's sake, I'm going to open up a Golden Girls museum that looks exactly like the house. That, it's going to be anatomically correct according to the blueprints and layouts of the Golden Girls, with animatronics of the Golden Girls all inside. And I'm going to charge admission, and all the admission that I make will be going towards those shelters. So, that's another thing I can bring to Hollywood that, I'm sure nobody's bringing. So please, take this into consideration and put me in film. Put me in shows, put me on Broadway. And I've also got a musical that I wrote that I want to make possible. Anyway, I'll do my typical Horny Homemaker sign off, even though this is a lot more than the Horny Homemaker. Remember, stay horny, guys, because you're worth a lot more than chasing some rando around. And a tidy home is a happy home.